So hello everyone, this is AetherNightmare and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Doing something a little bit different today, so if you're watching this on stream, there's probably going to be a lot of dead air in between. But as you can see, I have finally reached level 60 with my warrior class, and as a result, seeing as 60 was the original cap for A Realm Reborn and Heaven's Word, I thought it would be a good idea to get started on some of the other job quests. So in between, I'm going to have to do a lot of leveling. I'll probably be queuing into a lot of raids and make this a lot more casual, but I do still want to stream so I don't end up losing footage. But I also decided as well, Paladin is going to be the next one I work on, simply so that I can get through the tank classes, at which point I will start on melee DPS and then move on to magic classes, just to best tailor what equipment that I will have equipped. So I have prepared a new outfit as well, so I won't have to fight naked, because I totally forgot that I deposited my original outfit into the glams, and I don't want to re-glam over and over and waste a whole bunch of stuff, so I just made myself some easy peasy bumpkin clothes in the meantime. So I do believe that the location for, beginning Paladin is over in Ul'dah. So let us warp. I feel terribly like something's missing and I can't think for the life of me what it would be. I feel like this guy is always drunk on the steps. He must sleep with his PC on. Anyway, I do believe it's going to be at the Gladiators Guild. I got a few other things done in the background too. I have my next weapon for warrior and whatnot done, but since I'm level 60, I really need to start working on these. Welcome to the Gladiators Guild, adventurer. Here, our members train tirelessly with sword and shield so that their names might one day be written legend. Was that a flash of interest in your eyes? If you wish to study swordplay, know what admission to the guild is free of charge. Join the Gladiators Guild? Yes. I had marked you as a person of action. I'm pleased to see I was not wrong. Now, while you may be familiar with the deadly dance of battle, you are new to us and must begin at the beginning. If you would take your place in these hallowed halls, you must be willing and ready to undergo the most rigorous of training. You must endure cuts and bruises beyond counting, and like as not far worse. In other words, gotta take a few beatings. A daunting prospect, I concede, but there is no other way if you mean to take the blood sands one day. And why wouldn't you? The Colosseum is only the most celebrated place of public entertainment in all of Ul'dah. It's like the Roman Colosseum. Where else could a poor man amass a fortune so vast as to one day allow him to claim a seat at the Syndicate? Ah, there's not an Ul'dan alive who isn't inspired by the rise of the self-made man. And there is no truer embodiment of that dream than the gladiator who wins riches and fame with the sword. Throughout its long and storied history, this guild has nurtured countless champions. Our training methods are second to none, and our members ever strive to develop new techniques. If you desire true glory, to fight and triumph, amidst the roar of tens of thousands of voices, then this is where you belong, adventurer. Think of it as your legacy, and if your soul stirs, then join us. You know, I'm fairly certain that most of the gladiators in the Roman Colosseum were actually slaves originally, and they weren't fighting for glory, they were fighting for the ability to no longer be slaves. What will it be? Will you rise above the masses and inscribe your name in legend, or will you resign yourself to mediocrity and die in obscurity? The way of the gladiator. Accept. A decision you shan't regret. One moment. Make way for AetherNightmare. Fresh meat coming through. Now, before you go enroll, before your enrollment can consider complete, you must present yourself to First Sword Mila. Seek her out and obtain her approval. Ah, Paladin, the total opposite of my own dynamic in real life. I heard Lulutsu, so you're AetherNightmare. 'Tis a good strong name. On behalf of the Gladiators Guild, allow me to welcome you. I'm Mila, Guildmaster here. So you wish to study your arts. I presume you have your reasons for choosing the sword over all other weapons. Perhaps you think it easiest to learn. A sword is a simple weapon, but to wield a blade well is anything but simple. For every Colosseum champion to emerge from our ranks, there have been countless disappointments who failed to achieve greatness. Bear that in mind before you answer me, for I do not ask this question lightly. Have you the strength to live by the sword, and if it be your fate, die by it? I guess so. Hey there, Eshin. We're just starting up the Paladin quest, so this stream might be a little disjointed as I do a whole bunch of grinding in between, so it's going to be a lot more casual. Then welcome, Gladiator, to your new home. Take this sword. There are many like it, but this one is yours now. Consider it a gift if you like. I feel like she's pointing directly onto my forehead, like when people press between your eyebrows. Consider it a gift if you like. Now wear it on your hip as I do, and show me that you are ready to begin your training. My guess is that her posture was modeled after somebody a lot taller than me, but since Outra are kind of short, it looked like she was poking me between my eyebrows. Gladiator has been unlocked. You're playing also? Nice. Okay, so let's change things around a little bit here. Let's put on our new... That looks like sleepwear. I made myself a few extra garments so I wouldn't be totally in the buff when I switched over. But in order to switch to Gladiator, all you have to do is go into your weapons, find a Gladiator weapon of any kind. I'll just start with what she gave us, so it's proper to be equipped. And there we go. Let's also go to gear set list, create a new gear set list. We now have one for Paladin, or Gladiator. Armory bonus. You have changed to a new battle class. To lessen the burden of leveling Disciple of War and Magic classes, an experience point bonus known as the Armory bonus is added when slaying enemies and participating in fates. This bonus grows larger the greater the discrepancy between your current level and the level of your highest class. Use this to your advantage when deciding when and how to raise secondary classes. That's another reason why I waited until I was done with the main storyline of A Realm Reborn, because I get an experience boost to make this go faster. Make it hurt just a little bit less. There's also a ring in here. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. And boop! There we go. Oh, I still have the dress shoes. That looks wrong. Maybe I... Why do I have the dress shoes? I forgot to put those away. Anyway, I'll just go barefoot for now. Looks a little funny, but this ring as well, the brand new ring, which I got at the beginning, earns me a 30% experience bonus when level 30 and below, so that'll also help. So yeah, I look like I'm ready for bed, but at least I'm not totally naked like what usually happens when people switch classes. Well, they wear underwear. You can't be totally naked in this game. Not without mods, anyway. Huh, amazing what a difference a sword can make. Your expression, your posture, you're already brimming with confidence. Let's see if that confidence is warranted, shall we? Just outside the gates of Ul'dah, you'll find plenty of marmots, hornets, and shrews. Slay 3 of each and return here when finished. Oh, and use your sword. I'm a gladiator, and I aim to train you as one. Now go. What'd you expect me to use, my bare hands? Okay, let's are out on Central. I have no skills. I have just basic attack again. Alright. We're also level 1, keep that in mind, so... We are squishy again. Ooh, I should eat food. I should eat food. Make this go even faster. And hello, Snoopy Pants. We are beginning the Gladiator quest line. Lots of grinding ahead for the day. I may also take breaks in between. Sounds silly, but I'm doing laundry at the same time. I forget these sound exactly like guinea pigs. Makes me feel a little bad. Yeah, look at my levels go. Alright, what is fight or flight? This is increases damage dealt by 25%. Duration is 20 seconds. Alright, I'm guessing that's the equivalent of Berserk for this class. Let's also go into actions and traits. Okay, so we've got a few that are going to unlock as we go. I'm going to get Rampart again. Reprisal, Low Blow. A lot of these are very similar to Warrior because they are shared amongst tanks. Tank Mastery reduces damage taken by 20%. Furthermore, grants a bonus to maximum HP based on your Vitality attribute. Gonna have to raise that one. Because I think Warriors was different. And a bonus damage dealt based on your Strength attribute. Okay, let's go into... Where is my mount guide? Let's open that and... Zoop. So I can ride this chocobo. Here we go, all done there. We can also go about, since I am level 3, I probably should check out the hunting log. Since we get a new one. So we have little ladybugs. These are in Western Thinland. Cactars, Western Thinland. Central Thinland is the Snapping Shrew. I wonder if I'm powerful enough for that. Let the Gladiator Blizzard adventure begin. Wouldn't that be Dragoon? Since they're the ones from Korthus? Let's see if I can go further in. Find what it is I'm looking for. There we go. Level 3, but I'm also level 3. Gotta love these early parts of the quest. Eventually, like I said, I'll start getting armor and stuff really fast. I can even make some of my own. And new skill, Riot Blade. A lot of these are just going to be a direct mimic of Gladiator. I go from directly slashing it to also stab slashing it. Welcome, Brack. I take it you've dispatched the beasts and with ease. With every swing and thrust, you gain valuable experience. You must remember and reflect on each one if you are to recognize and eliminate the deficiencies in your technique. Your training under me shall continue once the haft sits so snugly in your hand that you cannot imagine holding aught else. Until then, the next Gladiator quest will be at level 5, which I already am, so we're good. When Setzer uses his slots? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't use Setzer much in Final Fantasy VI, so that's probably why. Mr. Airship Man. Ah, Bren, I take it you and your sword have become better acquainted. Then I will now instruct you on another fundamental aspect of what it means to be a gladiator, commanding an opponent's attention. As gladiators, we are trained to engage enemies at close range, weathering their attacks as we deliver our own. However, there are times when we must do battle alongside allies whose talents are not the same as our own. In such a situation, your role is not to slay the enemy in front of you, but rather to defend the man beside you. Yep, we're tanks. We do this by electing the enmity of our opponents through attacks and techniques designed to incite their hatred. You must learn to draw the enemy's attention to yourself, and to trust in your stout constitution to endure. In doing so, you protect your weaker comrades who would otherwise perish. To help you better understand this, there is a task I would have you perform. It just so happens that Momodi of the Quicksand has requested your assistance. A gang of Laminson marauders has paraded into town and begun harassing people outside her establishment. Men like these prey on the weak, but will turn tail and flee at the first sign of defiance. You need not resort to violence. It will suffice to show them that you are not afraid of them, and will not tolerate their behavior. Seek out the Laminsons that make your presence known by bellowing, "Face me, marauder!" In this way, you will protect the people of Ul'dah as you would your allies in battle. They're probably just actors, I would guess. Otherwise, why not do it yourself? Did I get anything else when I changed? Yes, I did. I get slightly better equipment. There we go. I still have a level 1 sword. It's a bit more fitting. It offers a little bit more protection than sleepwear. Let's see. There's a marauder. Face... I guess slash just me is all I need to say. Slash me? You knew your friend here's a 12 damn cheat? Think he can charge us more than because we're foreigners? Well, he'll get his own back, mark my words. No, I guess they're actual assholes. I look like I'm being so polite by patting my chest like that, though. Like, hey, face me! They just stomp off, storming mad. Oh, come on now. He was disrespecting my proud Sea Wolf heritage. Fine, I'll let the pastor be, but we ain't finished. I wonder if the Gladiator Guild and the Marauder Guild have some beef with one another. The hell's your problem? Maybe she likes her men rough. What are you supposed to be? Your bleeding lady in waiting? It doesn't matter. You've gone and spoiled the mood. If I was capable of spoiling it by talking to you, there was no mood. There's the other one. Sir, he is the size of your boot. What, you blaming me because this little shite shot his own pants? Well, bugger him and bugger you too. Okay, tell the marauder inside the quicksand. You are the size of an ogre, and he... It's like yelling at a Pomeranian, man. Just who the hell do you think you're speaking to, maggot? I'm Farmel, the driving, and me bloody marauders have been reaving so long, mothers scare their children with tales about us. Don't believe me words? Then let my axe do the talking. Buddy, I'm already a marauder. You can't... you can't intimidate me that way. Oh ho! This is lively, even for the quicksand. You two going to put on a show for us? What's this? Another goddamn fool? Show some respect when you talk to... Farmel, the Driven, leader of a troop of bloody murmurs or some such. Aye, I heard you the first time. Your voice carries quite well. Then unless you want me to spit your skull with my axe, you better... That sword, it couldn't be. Frenzy? But the only sword of Nald would... Bloody hells, it's you! You know, I've never been one to stand back and watch. Mind if I join the fun? Begging your pardon, sir. These shoes really don't fit what I'm wearing. Why do they always do that? Looks like it's just you and me. Standing up to that Minson was quite brave of you, and quite foolish. Nah, I'm used to it. My axe is bigger. I think I like you, Gladiator. Name's Aldous, and I'll buy you a drink, but I'm afraid I just spent the last of my coin. I used to be a young gladiator like you. Back then, Oh, but that hardly concerns you. These days, I'm just an explorer of the unexplored, seeker of a yet unknown experience. Like that beautiful stranger keeping my bed warm right now. Gods, I miss this city, this wonderful desert jewel of debauchery and sin. Now, if you'll excuse me... Yeah, debauchery and sin's not what you really think of as a paladin, but... I swear, if I hadn't seen Aldous with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it was him. Everyone here thought he died years ago. Listen, do me a favor and don't tell Amelia about meeting Aldous, alright? She doesn't need this sort of drama. Why? Well, let's just say some folk aren't good for one another. No, I'm familiar with that concept. They have history TM, it seems. Where is the... Not familiar where some of these quests begin and end. Not used to... Did I go through the right portal? Yes? No? Hello? Where am I? I'm not used to where some of these job quests are. I've heard of your exploits at the quicksand. You did well to send those marauders packing. I wish I could say we've heard the last of them. Alas, we've received reports of axe-wielding raiders assaulting merchants traveling through the Scorpion Crossing. It seems words will not suffice after all. I want you to finish what you've begun. Head to Western Thinland and see that farmful, the Driven, and those... Oh my god, words. And all those who have shared his crimes never trouble the people of Ul'dah again. It's like my brain glitched there for a second. Words. Scorpion's Crossing. Scorpion. Oh, that's out in Western Thinland. I can kill some stuff while I'm out there. Get some points. Give him a book. Probably gonna be right up close to... Oh, they are. They're right here. If stuff has a marker, I'm detouring for it. Just because I need that EXP. I'm also going to start queuing up into quests in between. As soon as I am high enough level for it. Let's actually look at the duty finder. What is the lowest level? Sastasha. So once I'm level 15, I'm going to start queuing in for repeat dungeons. Hunt jobs give decent experience too. Don't you have to be higher level for those though? Aren't the hunts like level 50 and up? Whee! Level 4. They tore me from my saddle and took everything I own. Bring my goods back to me, I beg of you. Dang, they didn't even do a good job of ransacking. They left stuff everywhere. Also, you guys have got to be Marauder dropouts or something. Because the Marauders I was a part of wouldn't stand for this. They may be brutes, but they're brutes with a code of ethics. Oops. Get over here. There we go. I guess there's leaves. I could do those too. They've built up for a while. They tore me from my saddle and took everything I own. Bring my goods back to me, I beg of you. 12 bless you, adventurer. If it wasn't for good people like you, I'd never leave home. Now we can go back to Thinland. You don't like it when you have to grind, but you like watching other people grind. Yeah, I've been told that too. Even when I created my character, I did it off stream so that I wouldn't bother anybody, and everybody was like, that's the best part, though! Ah, good, it's finished. And with that, the stage of your training is complete. This time, your enemies were ill-behaved ruffians, but who knows what manner of opponents you will face in the future. Regardless, I have faith that you will do well. Master your sword, and you shall master yourself. Now then, there will be work for you in the days to come. Return to your training. We will speak again. Okay, we do get a sword. Bronze bastard sword. Everything is worse than what I already have on. There we go, we get a level 5 armament. You look well. I hope you're ready for your next task, because I require your immediate assistance. There have been several violent murders recently, the victims of which were all Hurrian men. Based on the multiple spear wounds found upon the bodies of the deceased, We believe that Lancers are responsible for the crimes. Not only are these murders a blight upon our city, I fear it's only a matter of time before one of our own is targeted. I have just received reports of foreign Lancers skulking around the Stone's Throw. Considering the circumstances, I find it likely that these are our culprits. We cannot abide by any more murders. Really. Go to Stone's Throw, outside the gates of Nald, and speak with any you find in that area. With luck, we may find these Lancers before they strike again. Alright, Stone's Throw. That's in central Finland. Here. Literally a stone throw away. Don't kill me, please. I'm not the one you want. There we go. I'm like, the squirrel? I thought you said I would be fighting men. Though, to be fair, since they're level 10, there's probably definitely some squirrels that are more powerful than them. Why wasn't letting me— thank you! So how come Shield Bash isn't lighting up? Oh, because I don't have a shield! Oh! Thank you, thank you. They appeared out of nowhere, asked me if I was Aldous at Spear Point. I said no, but they attacked me anyway. What did I do to deserve this? Be an average-sized man with dark hair, I guess. Since I'm guessing that's what they were going after. So, they were indeed the murderers we sought. But what brought Duskwhite freelancers all the way from the Black Shroud? And why were they murdering Hurrian men with swords? First sword. What is it? Lancer's first sword, a gang of them, hiding in the tunnel south of the Black Brush Station. It seems we're not rid of them yet. You might as well finish what you started. Go to Central Thanaland and dispatch the last of these freelancers. Bruce, accompany Bren. See that they don't die. Well, I can't keep them from getting skewered, but I'll patch them up the best I can. Bren, defend Bruce. He knows powerful healing magics, but he cannot employ them unless you keep all your enemies occupied. Make sure you command their full attention at all times. He doesn't look like a healer. I'm counting on you to keep those bastards away from me. Watch my back and I'll watch yours. He's gonna douse me in potions? You have your orders, Gladiator. Send those freelancers to the 7th gate. Do you do it every day? Yep. Pretty much. A little before bedtime ritual. If it makes it any easier, you can have the same account on multiple devices. So, if you wanted to just do your grinding on your phone when you get a minute, instead of like a PC or console, you can. They're gonna be up here, they're gonna be down below. Probably down below. I am more than likely overcomplicating these things. Is it in here? It's gotta be somewhere. No? It's not here? Then it probably is up top. Ooh. Oh, that didn't sound good. There were some horns blaring and stuff out on the highway. People forget how to drive in the snow. Ah, it's in here. Gotta wait. Ooh, level 14 sync. We're probably fine though. Okay. Gotta use that enmity skill to keep their attention on me. Put the barrier up. Bruce's job just a little easier. Since it is trying to teach us how to tank. I think my skill speed is a little lower too, just because I don't have all my fancy-pantsy accessories like I used to. Come back here. Thank you. Duty complete. Have I done the Hall of the Novice in Paladin yet? No, I have not. I didn't know they changed. Looks like we're done here. Let's head home. I could use a drink. I thought they only changed with, like DPS, magic, etc. I also think it's around level 15, which is around the same time I'm going to be queuing into Sastasha. Let's really quickly double check her. Yep, we're good. Congratulations on a job well done. Bruce says you acquitted yourself well. I must say, you've shown tremendous growth since you joined us. I wanted to ask you, Bruce believes the freelancers were out on a bounty. What's your opinion on this? They were tracking a man named Aldous. Their motives died with them. They told me to keep it from her, so their motives died with them. I see. Mayhap it's best we pull the sword affair behind us. Still, I cannot help but wonder. There we go. Now I get a shield. Can I... Oh, this is all what I'm currently wearing, except the gloves. I get better gloves. And I cannot take on the next quest until level 15. Hail, Bren. You came at a good time. I have another task I wish to assign you. The Immortal Flames and the Brass Blades have both requested the Guild's assistance in maintaining security at Camp Reborn, a vital outpost among the Royal Allegan Sunway. The Amalja have been raiding caravans with reckless abandon, creating a significant disruption in trade. Ul'dah has long had a troubled history with the Amalja, so raids are not unheard of. However, this recent escalation must be addressed. Go to Camp Dryborn and search for the raiders. I've already dispatched other gladiators to patrol the region, so I suggest you speak with one for more information. Let's also check our... Yeah, there we go. Already have better. Now this is a gladiator look I wouldn't mind as much. Which means, can you dye the class exclusive equipment, your level 50 gear? Because as is, it looks like what she's wearing, and I would kind of prefer to have something a little more, at least ashen gray, if not black. Dusty black is fine, but yeah, let's also check our crafting log really quickly. Where's this sword? Do we have any swords? The bronze spatha. A ram horn? Well, I definitely don't have any of those. Hard leather and a bronze ingot. Brass sword is 15, but when I'm done with it, it's gonna look very different. As is, what do I have equipped? I have a level 10 weapon equipped. Like, as is, it's not bad. It's also not what I want. Not what I want. It's not what I wanted for Christmas. Here's hoping the stats on the other gear will make up for it. know my other hunts are in here too, so that'll help. Maybe I'll even get a ram horn while I'm out here. Who knows? We've got rams. Might get a horn. Got an Adel goat horn. That's not quite. It's good for a lot of other things. Get down, they're still here. You feel a rush of air as an arrow whistles by your head. Unlike Berserk, this actually raises my stats for a while. It's not based off of how many attacks I use. With Berserk, you only get 3 attacks. It only lasts for a few seconds to get those attacks off, but you still only get 3 attacks. Whereas this, Fight or Flight, seems to stay until it's done. Oh, don't worry, I'll be fine. Though, maybe not when the first sword is done with me, huh? Go and tell her that the Amalja are dead. Leave the merchant to me. But first, I'm going to go search for things. I know imps are up this way. I know it was right to send you. You've done us proud. 7 hells, this place reeks of sweat. How do you expect a man to concentrate on his swordplay like this? Aldous? You remembered me. How's it goes, brother? Still waving your sword around like a feather duster? You! Good to see you too, Mila, my dear. You're more beautiful than I remember. You're alive. Where have you been all these years? Answer me. Me? Well, if you must know, I'm on a spiritual journey of self-discovery. Damn it, Aldous, this is serious. We all thought you were dead, and for you to walk in here as though nothing had ever happened, have you forgotten how you dishonored us? I should cut you down where you stand. Oh, that's the Millie I remember. All fire and brimstone. I know that pretty face could still contort itself into a terrifying shape. Don't pout, girl. I'm just having fun. But as you wish, I'll go. Bren, was it? Why don't you join me at the quicksand? I could use some company, and I doubt anyone else here would be so kind. Okay, can I talk to her for anything else? That bastard! Why now, after all those years? Quicksand should be up here. Looks like maybe a fight. It is a fight. Oh, you came. Sorry you had to witness that little reunion between me and Mila. The Sword of Nald, back from the dead. You'd think I'd be greeted by throngs of adoring fans, not threats of violence. Listen, Bren, you're good with the sword, that's plain to see. But more than that, you've got purpose. There's a fire burning within you. As a former man of conviction, I can recognize a kindred spirit. Geralt named her Frenzy. She's one of a magnificent pair of swords that the drunken prodigy forged for Colosseum champions. The man who wielded her twin had eyes that burned like yours. Bren, What the hells? I feel like this is a regular recurrence here in Ul'dah. I'll just Sword of Nald. We've come for your head. If you do that, then how the hells am I supposed to enjoy my ale? Arrogant fool, prepare to meet your maker. Meet your maker, good lord. Words. Can I words? No, I cannot. Ain't you a bunch of impatient, humorless fellas. Now for a bit of fun, Bren. I'll lead, you follow. Oops, I don't have Iron Will on. There we go. Wow, they really will not change their target. Hello? One at a time, huh? You say so. At least I got reprisal back. Oh, my poor damage output. Weaklings are all mine. I'm still working on this one. Dang it. My new nemesis furniture. He seems to be doing all the work. I'm just kind of here. Quit selecting him. Thank you. Are we good? No. Good lord, what did you do? Duty complete. Don't think he'd go so far as to send a gang of sellswords into the quicksand in broad daylight. Why is it never a bevy of beauties? Well, I don't know. They were wearing masks. Maybe some of them were beauties. Let's continue this another time, shall we? I need to find a new place to drink. One with more attractive company than this sorry lot. Okay, report back to the guild. Really? Let's also... Yeah, let's just get the additional points. I'll have more fish than what I know what to do with anyway. Might as well eat them. And then I'm gonna take another quick break after this one to rotate my laundry again. My apologies. I meant to teach you a new technique earlier, but when that idiot arrived, I completely forgot. He's so infuriating. Ahem, the shield lob technique will allow you to attack from afar without need for ranged weaponry. There we go. That's what I was missing. Since we gladiators are primarily close-range fighters, the ability to draw the attention of distant enemies is a valuable asset. May it serve you well in the field. Get a better sword. Anything else decent? Nope. shield lob. Finally. Let us put the brass bronze sword on. Level 15? Yikes. 8 and 15, that is... It's not where I want to be. The Face of Thal. I'm glad you're here. One of our members has been attacked and gravely wounded, and I need your help to go and get him. I suspect this is the work of more bounty hunters. It may even be a trap to lure more of us out into the open. Nevertheless, we cannot ignore our comrade's plight. When last he contacted us by link pearl, he said to try and seek shelter at the coffer and coffin. Take this potion and search for him there. That is way over in central Finland, so... Before I do that, I am going to take a quick break, and once again be back in about 10 minutes, since I've got other stuff I am doing in the background, so BRB. I forget that I go low frame rate eventually when I go AFK. It goes down to like 10 frames a second. Just so my poor graphics card doesn't go kablooey. Anyway, we are back. I've rotated my laundry and I had a banana, so let us... Audio's on, recording's going, cool beans. We were going out to the coffer and coffin, but I kinda want to give myself slightly better gear. This gear sucks ass! Is that a candle? A tallow candle. This iron shield lights up. 29 versus 22. The problem is if I make this, I don't know if it would be enough. Really quickly. I need 2 iron plates and an iron ingot, which means I need 4 iron ingots. Random person is staring at me. It's making me uncomfortable. What's the matter? Never seen a dodo before? Also, what do you think of the bird? Okay, let's go. Iron plate. I'm gonna go because this person is like staring at me and it's making me uncomfortable. Let's go down to the alley. Over. Nobody seems to mind when you craft over here, so maybe their stare was their way of saying you are ruining the audio quality of what I am doing, in which case I apologize. I just need slightly better gear because my current gear kind of sucks ass. And it's affecting how quickly I can kill things, and it'll only take me like a minute or two to make myself some better ones. There was an ironclad one, but whatever. Too late now. Ooh, elm lumber. I need elm lumber. Swoop. Oak. Walnut. Elm. I need to replenish some of this stuff. Especially if I'm gonna do more crafting quests. Yes, I know there's 3 slots remaining in thine inventory. I am working on it. Brain. Come on. Armor. I swear to God, sometimes my brain is like a loading screen in real life. inventory. Sort. Armor chest. So what's taking up so much space? Probably just get rid of that. Alright. Better shield. Looks cooler too. I think it has a sun on it. What else? Sword is 15. Let's just see. Let's just see what it takes. Soiled femur, 2 iron ingots, and a hard leather for something level... Oh wait, no, that's Rogue Ninja. This is the next one. Iron short sword. Which needs 2 irons, an elm lumber, and an edelgoat leather. So long as I have the edelgoat leather, I could probably be good. Toad. Yeah, we're good. I wondered too, while I was getting stuff done, I thought about it. I might leave like the uncut version up on Twitch and then leave the edited version on YouTube. Like obviously one will eventually come up on the other two, but if people want the full adventure, they can check out Twitch. I did that for Kingdom Hearts for a while too. On my critical mode run. Okay, 2 iron ingots. Granted, unfortunately I didn't upload the raws to YouTube and then Twitch killed the audio due to copyright, but for a time, I had the edited version up on YouTube, and then I had just the raw, uncut version over on Twitch. So I'll probably do the same with these. Just because people who watch YouTube tend to have a very different mindset than people who watch Twitch. One is fine with stuff being background noise, and the other wants perfection. Put some armory chest. It's probably gonna be 1 level too high for me to equip now. Oh, maybe not. It still came out level 22. Oftentimes when you make it decent quality, it comes out too high a level to use. Okay, ready. Let's go to the black brush. Help, help, I can't feel my... Thank you, it all happened so fast. Over by the tracks to the north. I don't know who attacked me nor why they left me alive, but I dare say the answer is out there. Surely someone saw something. Inside? Can I go inside? I can. That fellow outside? I saw him stumble in when I left the bar to take a piss. Was alone, as I recall. You say he's wounded? Thought he was just a drunk. There's the other ones. Evidence of the ambush. I guess we're on a detective case. Suspicious characters? Well, now that you mention it, I did see a strange fellow wearing a garish purple robe. At first I thought he was talking to himself, but then I realized he had a link pearl. I heard him say something about a wrong man and the Silver Bazaar. Does that help? I find it kind of funny, too, that so many people in this universe don't understand link pearls. Like, normally when you see someone talking to themselves, like in our universe, my initial thought at least is, oh, they're on the phone. This universe has that technology too, but so many people are like, are they talking to themselves? Purple robe, that sounds familiar. It was him, I'd swear. Did you find anything else? Picked this up by the tracks, huh? Might as well belong to the bastard. Can't say I've seen its like before. Might be his Whimrod, could tell you more. You know him, don't you? He's the bespectacled bloke who's always lounging around the Emerald Avenue in the city. Of course, being the businessman that he is, he'd probably ask to be compensated in exchange. Show that ring to Wymond. He's sure to know something about it. Where did it say he was? It said he was at the... Okay, this is right up ahead. Well now, if it ain't Bryn, everybody's favorite adventurer. I heard you threw your lot in with the Gladiators. A questionable decision, given the events of recent days, but each their own. What do I own the pleasure? Oh, hey, put that away before someone sees it. Where in the seven hells did you get one of those rings? What, you don't recognize the sigil? Goddamn fool. Before you go stumbling around the brush, you ought to at least know what kind of venomous bastards will be lurking within. Been a long time since Old Oz seen a criminal organization rise from obscurity to notoriety as quickly as the Alacran. Word is they got connections to the Brass Blades, the Syndicate, and God knows who else. But you didn't hear that from me. I want no part of whatever mess you and your mates have gotten yourselves into, understood? I guess he has another quest too, but I will leave that for another time. Report to Amelia. Oh, I was wondering where you might return. What news do you bring of our injured comrade? He was attacked by a member of the Alacran. The Alacran? I find that hard to believe, but no matter. One of our comrades returned from the Stone's Throw a moment ago. A gang of bandits is said to be headed for the Silver Bazaar. They're after a man with an enormous bounty on his head. The people living there are in grave danger. It's their frenzy to find their quarry. The bandits won't scruple to destroy property and harm civilians, and the few brass blades stationed there will be powerless to stop them. We must stop them. We will protect the Silver Bazaar and avenge our injured guildmate, all in one fell swoop. A bit melodramatic, if you ask me. Aldous, I told you never to come here again. I cannot sit idly by and watch you charge into battle against an enemy you know nothing about. Amelia, a responsible guildmaster would never risk their lives of their charges like this. Who are you to lecture me about responsibility? Amelia, listen to me. This is the Alacran you're dealing with. So, whatever notoriety they may have achieved means nothing to me. We'll cut them down like the comet bandits they are. It's not that simple. More importantly, it's not your fight. What are you saying? They want me, Amelia. They've been fending off assassination attempts ever since I returned to Thinland. Just stay here and let me handle this. It'll be over soon, I promise. Just stay here while you go off on your own? Is that it? It's been 7 years since I've let you leave, Aldous. 7 years! Do you have any idea at all what it is that you've put me through? Amelia, I don't want to hear it, you selfish bastard. Do you even care what the people who've suffered because of you? Just get out. We don't need your help. We'll settle this ourselves. Amelia, wait. There's something you need to know. Enough! Get out! Get out! Alright. Save some of that for the Alacran, but do try not to let Bryn here come to harm while you're at it. What are you waiting for? You have your orders. Now go. Ah, the old lover's quarrel. Where are we going? Western Thinland. How far into the Western Thinlands? Probably better if I just leave out the crystal. It's about equidistance, whether I warp or not. Still got a food buff. There you are, Bren. Everyone's already in position. Are you prepared? Yep. Yeehaw! Okay, we do have a healer. That was making me nervous for a sec. I think it's possible to fail these too, so take on the big mom. You can do it. Used to target me. I'm actually having trouble getting provoked. And there we go. There's your crash course in big mobs. Rejoice, gladiators, for the day is ours. What? But why would you be? Leave to us, first sword. No, stop. Such brittle blades, so easily broken. Perhaps the first sword is made of stronger steel. You are a very pretty kitty. Leave her, Zanza. Our business here is over. Oh, there's the other blade. What have you done, Leovold? First sword, we must withdraw. The wounded need tending. Let us take them back to the guild. And then back to the guild we go, I guess. Give me a moment, Bren. I need to think. I wanted to spare you this meal. Yeah, I begged you not to go. You knew all this? That Leovold had... Leovold and I once fought side by side in the Colosseum. The twin swords of Naldbel, they called us. Never lost a match. Honored by the bull of Alamigo himself. That was then, and this is now. When I heard Leovold single-handedly transformed the Alacran from a gang of common thieves to the most feared criminal organization in Thanalan, I knew I had to return. It seems like a lifetime ago that the three of us had used to train together in this hall. The Leovold I know would never stoop so low. He was a good man, strong and true. What would drive him to do this? When I find him, I'll be sure to ask. Unfortunately, he seems determined to kill me for the curiosity. What are you telling me, Aldous? I'm not clever enough to keep secrets, my dear. I'm a simple man, only capable of dealing with what's right in front of me. Is that so? I'll find him, Mila. I promise. Right, new stuff. Carnage Sword, which is blue. And nothing too decent, though. Aside from leveling up. And since we cannot accept the next part of this quest, it's time to get queued in and start hunting mobs again. Someone witnessed my shame. Hi, Bren. I must apologize for my earlier behavior. As First Sword, my duty is not to foster your growth as a gladiator, but to also protect you from the dangers you are not yet ready to face. And the privacy bar you accidentally left on the thing. I did not know that Leovold had become the leader of the Alacran. Had he chosen to bear his steel at us, many and more would have not returned alive. I need to know why he's turned to a life of crime, and so I've ordered my best men to Thanalan for any trace of his whereabouts. Unfortunately, one of them has disappeared. I have a strong suspicion that he has been taken prisoner by the Alacran, or worse. If there is any hope of saving him, we must act quickly. I would have you search for a missing comrade. His last report stated that he was tracking the Alacran near the Hammers in western Thanalan. If you go there, you may yet find clues to his fate. I've been far too reckless in recent days, and I let too many good gladiators come to harm. Please, find our missing comrade and bring him home safe. To western Thanalan again. Can you send me somewhere else? I went the wrong way. Ah. I wanted to go to this crystal. Go to the right, go to the left. This is such a tiny shield. I also want to eat another fish. Just endless snacking. Oh, it's a trap. It's only a trap if it works. Ah, the others have finally decided to join me. Mid-battle level up. That's some fine swordsmanship. Mila, the First Sword, certainly knows how to pick 'em. Even after all these years, I can't quite bring myself to call her that. See, I still remember when her father first brought me to the guild. A wee lass who cried at the sight of naked steel. But to look at her now, you'd swear she was born with a blade in her hand. Not like she had much of a choice, but to rise to the occasion, though, what with all the trouble that Aldous got into 7 years ago. Selfish bastard. He should have never... No, but that's enough about my rambling. I'll make my way back to Old Dad after a short rest. You go ahead and tell Mila that I'm fine. And report back then. Bren, thanks the gods you're all right. I heard all about the ambush at the Hammers. Excellent work. You've been invaluable to the guild, and I cannot thank you enough. In fact, I believe you deserve a much-needed rest. Take some time for yourself, and return when you've recuperated. But before you go, speak to Lulutsu. I believe she has a message for you. Ah, Bren, the very gladiator I was seeking. Lean closer, for I would not have the others hear my words. Aldous sends his regards and requests you meet him at the Lich Yard in the Eastern Thanalan. Naturally, I have not divulged this information to the First Sword. As you may have gathered from their previous interaction, she's still rather upset with him, and would likely forbid any further association. Quite understandable, since he was clearly being groomed to become the next guildmaster before that horrible scandal. Ah, they would have made such a lovely couple. What scandal? Oh, forgive me. It's hardly my inappropriate topic of conversation. Anyway, you have my word that the First Sword will not hear of any rendezvous from me. Probably at the... Oh, wait, Eastern Thanalan. I need to use this, actually. For some reason, my brain defaulted to him being at the pub. Maybe because he not does much else. Is it zombie time? I like someone who can keep me waiting. It nurtures the sense of anticipation. It's been 7 years since Mila's father was laid to rest here. He was mean and stubborn, an old Adel goat through and through. But gods, when he danced with sword in hand, it was pure poetry in motion. Mila's right. There's no way I can know what it was like for her back then, forced to replace her father under such terrible circumstances. And who might you be? Another of Leovold's lackeys? Master Leovold has been most distressed since learning of your return. This is unacceptable. Your master does not deserve your loyalty, kitten. When you've outlived your usefulness, he'll dispose of you like so many others. Believe me, I speak from personal experience. Say what you will, I will not be swayed. She looks often determined to kill me. Still, I'm not really in the mood to play. Mind stopping her? No pressure, but I'll be evaluating your performance. You would die for the scum? Then very well. Rid of movements, it's not exactly high literature. I'm doing fine. Watch it, the kitten has claws. I don't know if I've ever seen a monk do that before. What's it called? Pugilist. You've gotten stronger. Good. I'm glad Mila has a person like you to rely upon. She's her father's daughter, a leader of men, a true warrior, and an obstinate woman who lets her feelings cloud her judgment. Which is why she needs to be surrounded by dependable people who will give her a good counsel and keep her temper in check. Now more than ever. Stick by her. She needs you more than she knows. I'll do what I can. She needs you, Aldous. Haven't you listened to a word I said? She needs dependable people. In case you haven't noticed, I'm anything but. I'm only here because of unfinished business. When it's settled, there'll be no reason left for me to stay. I owe it to her old man to put an end to this, to give him peace in Thal's realm by making that bastard Leovold finally answered for his crimes. Remember what I said. Now go. She's probably wondering where you are. Well, I'm not at her beck and call. Why are you staring at me like that? Is something the matter? You're behaving rather odd. Well, I'm afraid I have no news regarding the Alacran's movements. I remain confident that we'll find them soon, though. Keep your blade sharp. Iron Spatha, which is all these are worse. Oh, I hate this armor. We're at that phase. We're at the double armor phase. I'll still put this on, ugly as it may be. But I need to be level 30 to take on the next part of quest, so it's time to go do Dungeons and Trash Mobs. Everybody's favorite. The rematch. Damn it all to the 7th hell, this is madness! It's Aldous. He's been arrested by the Brass Blades. They claim he was plotting to assassinate the Sultana. This is utter nonsense. He has no motive to do so. And whoever I've said about the man, he would never resort to using poison. The Alacran must be behind this. They've failed to kill him time and time again. And now they're reaching the monetarist allies. I don't want to believe Waymond when he says that he had such influence, but... Wait, that's it. If anyone can help us unravel this plot, it's Waymond. He has a reputation for knowing things he shouldn't, after all. Find Waymond and see if he can tell us. Aldous is many things, but he is not a murderer. Jeez. On the steps of Null, that doesn't exactly tell me where it is, though. Right at the big crystal. Whew, if you're watching this in post, it's been 4 hours. Whew. I'm starting to feel it, too. I was wondering when you might come along. Frankly, I'm surprised Aldous went so quietly. He ought to know there's no walking away from this. What happened between Aldous and Leavold 7 years ago? You really don't know, do you? I best start at the beginning, then. Aldous is something of an enigma. He and Leavold were 2 of the greatest gladiators ever to grace the Blood Sands, but he threw all of that hard-fought glory away for a few gil more. See, the average old Don loves a good Colosseum fight, and what better way to make a gladiatorial spectacle more entertaining than wagering on the outcome? So when it got out that Aldous was orchestrating a match-fixing scheme of untold proportions, well, you can imagine the shock and anger of the people felt. He was expelled from the Colosseum, and his wins were stricken from the record. Your guildmaster Mila got the worst of it, though. Not only was her friend exposed as a fraud, but around the same time her father fell ill and passed away. There were some oddities surrounding his death, too. It was rumored he took his own life out of shame for his disgraced people, and then he must have even been murdered by the man. Baseless conjecture, really, but it made Aldous look so much worse. Excuse me. In the end, Melia lost 2 of the most important men of her life, and was forced to take charge of the guild all alone. And Leavold? He tried to go it solo in the Blood Sands, but it wasn't the same. Without Aldous, his career was finished. Now you know the nature of the men you so desperately want to save. Though judging from the look in your eyes, I gather you still have your reservations. Fine then. You can't blame me for doubting a man found in possession of Rhalgar's bile. 'Tis a vile poison, rare and expensive too. Only the Corpse Brigade knows how to make it, I hear. Gods only know what they'd give it to Aldous. Could go to their headquarters in the Spelshire in Southern Finland and ask him direct, I reckon. I have an aversion to the direct confrontation personally, but you don't, do you? Oh, by the by, should you save the poor bastard's life, tell him that we're even and that I hope all was worth it. Okay, Southern Finland. I guess they're both in Southern Finland. Gotta go all the way back. Gonna go out to go around just so I can... Oh, maybe I can't. little Alamigo, you're a pain in the butt. In more ways than one. Should be... they're on the other side of the cliff. They're inside. They're... Where are you? How do I get in here? Is there like a cave? Hello? God, there's gotta be like a way in. Like a roundabout way in. Looks like something should be here. There we go. I probably shouldn't cause too much of a kerfuffle. I don't have any healers with me. Let's just sneak. Wrinkled bill of sale. 4. Oop. Guess there's another one. But I don't want to anger the other. Oh shit. This is what I was afraid of. This is absolutely what I was afraid of. Ugh. Would you be please? Kick. I don't have self-heals because I'm not a marauder. Dude's a black mage, which means we're gonna have a war of attrition in the corner. Lest more problems get caused. Oh god damn it! I'm just running. See what I need, I just... Ugh. Since they're not part of the quest, maybe I'll get lucky and they'll leave me alone. Yeah, just fire off one more fireball, didn't you? This is why I play warrior, not paladin. Auger's Bile, pick it up. Go by where the bowman is so I can get all of them together. Ooh, he stunned me. He stunned me when I was trying to stun him. Nice. How do you like it back? Alright, all done. Return to Mila. I think this is the level 30 quest anyway. Yeah, it is. A lot of people here for this one. Where have you been? Aldous and I have been given over to the Aldous has been given over to the custody of the Sacrarium. Sacrarium? Whatever. They mean to execute him. We must do something. Bill of Sale and Ralgar's Bile. This poison, is it? You've proof that the Alacran purchased it from the Corpse Brigade? Thank the gods, you've done it. Quickly, we must go show this to the official presiding over his execution at Highbridge. Go now! We gotta take him all the way to the Highbridge for an execution? This is just more of an excuse to get me outside. Kinda wish I weren't doing this at night, but there we go. So the Sacrarium has sentenced you to death for the crimes against the Sultanate. Have you any last? Huh? Who are you and what do you want? I show proof and I still gotta kick ass. These are bold accusations you make, adventurer. However, the Sacrarium has found the prisoner guilty in the eyes of the gods and men, and he will be executed forthwith. So evidence don't matter to you? Ah, don't waste your breath, Ben. Ren, Val's scales have always yielded wealth above all else, and Leavold spent a fortune to secure my sentence. Silence, criminal. And you, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and do it. Oh, where did that... all this? Ah, just couldn't stay away, could you? Well, at least I don't have to steal the headman's axe. If the gods are to have blood this day, I'm afraid it won't be mine. Since you two are so devout, perhaps you'd be willing to offer yourselves in exchange. Ah, mercy! Interfering with the law is a heinous crime. In fact, I believe it is punishable by death. But I have... I'm technically not interfering with the law, though. I had a feeling the spectacle would draw you here. I should have dealt with you myself from the start. Come, let's dance, brother. So it's to be a rematch. Very well, I accept. Amelia and the others need you. Leave him to me. Very well, let it begin. These aren't too bad. Can't see. What the? Did you just jump? There's two of you, I think. Yeah, there is. Now to cause a mess of things. Do with the mage. Got it. I take it you are the mage. another mage, I think. Nope. Can't. He's technically part of the background. Duty complete. It should mean, too, that we're done with Gladiator. All this? All this? You almost had me, Leavold. Stay back. I won't have your pity. You just had to have it all, didn't you? Just one victory. Just one bloody match. But your precious ego couldn't accept that. You ruined everything. Tell me, Aldous, how does it feel to lose your name, your legacy, everything you ever loved? I want to know how much you suffered. Let it go, Leavold. It's over. Like hell's it is. I swear you will never know peace. Not in this life or the next. Leavold, no! Well, can't resurrect that. You know damn well neither of us will see Thal's realm. I mean, technically I do have the flying mount, but let's not discuss that. Let's go. Our comrades are waiting. At this point in the game, you wouldn't have it, but... considering I am technically later... Let's return to the steps, go to the guild, and call this a stream, because, whew, 4.5 hours. I'm glad you were there. Without you, I doubt we could have defeated the Alacran. Have you ever considered the Colosseum? You'd make a wonderful attraction, excuse me. Of course, you need a title that befits your prowess. Now that it's all over, you'll be staying, won't you? No, Leavold may be dead, but the Alacran are far from finished. I'd rather not linger and give them a chance to regroup and seek revenge. It's truly a tragedy that I cannot enjoy the company of Uldah's lovely ladies any longer, but I have faith that equally radiant beauties await me in distant lands. Aldous, Not another word, my dear. It's bad enough that the First Sword has permitted a disgraced gladiator to fraternize with their subordinates. Can you imagine the scandal if she became personally involved with the man? Nevertheless, I understand how you feel, Mila. I've known to have this effect on the fair sex. I should have let the headsman have his way with you. That way you might learn something of humility. Ah, but how am I supposed to remember the lesson without a head? Your father would be proud of you, Mila. Don't ever change. Ah, yes, there's one more thing I wanted to say before you go, Bren. 7 years ago, before my last match on the Blood Sands, I was given an offer, a sultan's ransom in exchange for a loss. Leavold begged me and pleaded, but I just couldn't do it. Call it honor or pride or whatever you like, I made my choice, and in spite of all that came of it, to this day I still have no regrets. It's a simple thing to know what's right. Listen to that heart of yours, and it will never lead you astray. Trust in your comrades, have faith in your skills, and you will triumph over any adversity. With that, I bid you all farewell. I don't know, man. I've known plenty of people led astray by their hearts. I better not have to wait 7 years to see that bastard again. There's still so much I want to. What in the seven hells are you all looking at? This is a training hall. Why aren't you training right now? You think all it takes to stand on the blood sands is a sword and a stupid grin? No, it takes years of hard work, an ocean of blood and sweat, and an unbreakable will. Every man and woman here has the potential to become a champion. But it is you, and you alone, who decide your destiny. So answer me now, gladiators. Will you follow in the footsteps of your brothers and sisters and inscribe your names in legend? I forget that's my voice. I really need new voice options. I really, really do. And nothing better, I guess. So I guess we'll go with what we got. And with that, Gladiator is complete. Well, if it isn't Brand, what wind blows you here? I guess nothing. So with that, that is the end of the Gladiators, I do believe. What is this? Paladin's Pledge. So that is where we're going to leave off, or begin next time, is with the Paladin's Pledge. Part of me questions whether I should do it in this video or the next. I don't know. I might also do it in my own time, who knows. Let us return to the Steps of Nald, so that we may... Actually, that wasn't the closest. Aetherite, but now I'm committed. I also want to check on something in my books. Pardon me? Excuse me? Alright, let me really quickly... I don't like that there's a gap between the headboard and the windows. Let us... They said... Not in the journal, but in New Game Plus. You'd be able to... Oh, this is what it looks like. Hildebrand. Oh! Would I be able to do Gladiator Paladin under New Game Plus again? Healer. Tanks. Okay, so I guess I would be able to go through them again, just in case something goes wrong while I record, but I may start Paladin my own time, or I may decide to do it on stream again and then just condense both Gladiator and Paladin together into one video for YouTube. But with that, this is where I'm going to call it, since we have gone a long way and I've been streaming for 4.5 hours and I'm getting tired. And I still got laundry to take care of since I've been doing that in between. Gotta love multitasking. But with that, this is where I'm going to call it for now. Thank you to everyone who's joined, and I hope to see you all in future streams. Bye-bye!